2 years after the amazing LEGO Optimus Prime, here comes another LEGO Transformer to join the Autobot ranks, Bumblebee, that, in the same fashion as the previous product, does of course transform, as you would expect it to, and while I do the transformation for you all to see what to expect of this product, I wanna thank LEGO for sending this for review. Inspired by classic Generation 1 Bumblebee, the LEGO model does a good enough job of representing the character in robot mode, and while the data design isn't my favorite, comparing this to the source material and understanding LEGO brick limitations, I do believe this is nicely done. Now, like Optimus Prime, don't go expecting a fully posable model you can play with. It is, at the end of the day, a display model, or at least that's the way I see it, meaning the legs are pretty much locked and won't go anywhere, though you can open them to the sides or even rotate the feet if you bring these paneled sections forward. The arms can be slightly posed, but again, not by a whole lot, due to the space requirements of the transformation process, and due to that are my least favorite part of the whole design. Forearms can bend though the fists rotate in place, and the fingers can be open to hold the blaster gun included. Now, I've sped through some prints in the legs for some detail, the Autobots logo tile in one foot and in the torso, leading all the way to the wedge or slope piece with Bumblebee's face on it, as well as the 1x2 slope above it for some more detail. And no, this doesn't mean the set doesn't have stickers, because it does, but more on that later on. The back of the model isn't that impressive, but does feature an assembly that's meant to be a jetpack. I think the model really shines next to the LEGO Optimus Prime, as it is without a doubt the far more iconic Transformer character out of the two. It does work as a standalone display piece, but like I said before, even though it is quite faithful to the source material, I still prefer Optimus Prime better. And like Optimus, Bumblebee also has a display plaque with a sticker info sheet, done in the exact same style as the previous one, further encouraging the display value of both models, especially when you place them next to one another. The transformation doesn't feel as straightforward as Optimus was. Maybe I'm just not that used to it yet, but fear not, as the instruction booklet offers a 25 step-by-step guide to help with that. Comparing it to the 18-step process of the LEGO Optimus Prime transformation confirms my suspicion of extra complexity with Bumblebee. And if while in robot mode the size difference between the two models feels believable, when in vehicle mode Bumblebee feels bigger than it should in comparison, or Optimus is smaller than it should, whichever way you want to look at it. In contrast, it does feel safer to pick up and move around, as it is sturdier with less moving bits when in car mode. And just like Optimus, vehicle mode in Bumblebee isn't its best look. I do understand the limitations of the brick and the need for all of the joints. That in turn results in a not so clean looking model, as we can better see on the sides by the door areas or the back, the reason why I feel the need to call it out. But if we can look past those flaws, if you wanna call them that, the model does look fairly good, especially in the front area, where most of the shapes are really nice looking. This is where you'll find one of those Autobot printed tiles, but if you'd prefer a clean looking Beetle, the set includes 2 extra 2x2 yellow tiles for you to replace both this deco and the rooftop one. Through the windshield, a neat Easter egg of a bee can be seen, same as the one that can be seen behind the info plaque assembly. And speaking of backs, Bumblebee's in particular is probably the least appealing side of it all, due to the gaps that can be seen because of all of the hinges for that transformation play feature. On top of that, that's where the other stickers of the model are, in the bumper with cool callouts and Easter eggs for Transformers fans, further detailed and explained in the building instructions, as well as one out of 2 license plates you can have in there. One of the surprising aspects of this model is to me the retail price it's going to be sold for. Optimus Prime at 1,500 pieces is being sold at $180, while Bumblebee at 950 pieces will be sold for just $90, which, considering the new pieces it has buried underneath it all and a few prints, plus the fact that this is licensed with Hasbro, which will be taking a percentage off of every sale for sure, is actually a pretty decent deal. And the fact that the price is under that $100 sweet spot makes it an easier entry-level purchase for non-LEGO fans when compared to Optimus that goes for double the amount of money. I can't say I like this one more than I do Optimus, but still, for Transformers fans who are into LEGO, or even those who aren't, this thing is pretty decent overall. It will be available for purchase on July 1st in just a few weeks, and if you plan on buying it, be sure to use the links below to do so and support the channel at the same time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.